What's going on, everybody? It's Sean here, and I am back today to give you guys an early review of the upcoming Air Jordan 33 in the utility Blackout colorway. These are set to drop November 29th for $175 US or $235 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is black, dark gray, and white. Before we go on with the review, today's video is brought to you by Rose Gold and Black, which I'll talk to you more about at the end of today's video. So jumping back into the shoes, so unlike the other colorways of the 33s that have released so far, this one definitely is most understated and conservative looking. If you haven't seen my previous review of the Air Jordan 33 Future of Flight, I'll add the link to that video down in the description box below. In that video, I go more in depth about the different technologies about the sneaker, so I highly recommend checking that out after this one. So as for these guys, pretty straightforward. The majority of the shoe is colored in black. As we zoom into the toe box of the shoe, so the majority of the upper is constructed using this black mesh. Outlining the front edge of the toe box, this is further reinforced to give you added durability. On the lateral side of the forefoot, we have this black nubuck, and then there's a stitch line which is colored in a dark gray. So this is different than the original photos that were released advertising this shoe. In those pictures, the stitch line here was red, but in this case they went for more of a subtle look. On the medial side of the forefoot, we have this larger piece of nubuck with these perforations found throughout. At the top, once again, we have that stitch line in gray, and these two nubuck pieces found on either side actually hold together the cord that acts to tighten the shoe as part of the fast fit system. The cord in this case is black, unlike the white that was found on the Future of Flight colorway. Also found on the medial side, we have this yellow and black eject cord, which is what you pull if you want to loosen up this fast fit system. The base layer of the tongue is constructed out of black neoprene, and then overarching the middle of the tongue, we have this black cable with this rubber pull tab, and this is what you pull if you want to tighten up the shoes like so. So you hear that clicking, that means the fast fit system is locking the shoe into place. Overlaid on the top end of the tongue, we have this black nubuck with a tonal black Jumpman as well. At the very top of the tongue, we have this nylon pull tab in black with the number 33 written in a stylized fashion. And then on the back side of the tongue, we have AJ for Air Jordan and the number 33 in Roman numerals, and in this case, this is done in red. Taking a look back at the medial side, further down from the eject cord, Velcro strap in black, and this mechanism is what keeps the upper portion or the tongue of the shoe locked into place. So all you gotta do if you wanna adjust this is just open this up like so, tighten it up, and then just close it back in, and this will not be moving anywhere off your feet. Surrounding the back end of the shoe, here we have this black textile overlay that has a bit of an elephant print finish to it. Unlike the traditional elephant print, this has a bit of a glossy finish to it, and it feels a little bit rough to the touch. Either way though, I do appreciate the nod back to the Air Jordan 3, which is what these 33s are loosely inspired by. On the back heel, we have another hit of nubuck with the Nike Air logo debossed in the middle. We have another pull tab on the back, once again with the number 33 in gray. Moving on, we have a black padded interior, and then taking a look at the insoles, so these come with your standard black Ortholite Jordan insole with a white Jumpman logo on the heel. So the upper of these Air Jordan 33s sits atop this full-length foam midsole that's colored in black. Flipping these over to the bottom, so here we have your Jordan 33 outsole. So in this case, this is entirely done in this icy blue finish. And then we have these two outlines, one on the forefoot and this hexagon underneath the heel that outlines where the Zoom Air units are found within the shoe. Though not visible, we also have the Nike Flight Speed plate, which essentially acts as a carbon fiber spring plate layered on top of the Zoom Air to really maximize the performance of the Nike Zoom Air technology. And of course, right in the center, we have the circular window that exposes the Nike Fast Fit technology. So from a sizing standpoint, these guys fit exactly the same as the Future of Flight colorway. If you guys haven't worn the Air Jordan 33 before, these do fit pretty long and narrow. And overall, they have a bit of a strange fit to them in that they're super snug, especially around this midfoot area right here, but at the same time, they are still quite long, meaning there's excess dead space at the front of the toes. So for me, my feet measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I'm usually size 10 in most of my Jordans except for some of the newer models where I go up to a 10.5 to accommodate the thicker socks that I'd be wearing on the court. In this case, to be honest with you guys, I have not played ball in these. This review simply comes from casual use. So in my case for the Jordan 33, I stuck true to size and picked these up in a size 10. The 10.5, while it was easier to get my foot into the shoe and this midfoot area wasn't quite as tight, there was just way too much room at the front of the shoe and it felt a little bit too roomy. So sticking with true to size, these fit me really tight like a glove. And my biggest complaint about this shoe is how difficult it is to get my foot into and out of these shoes. From a comfort standpoint, while it's not soft right out of the box, based on performance reviews that I've seen on YouTube, people have said that these definitely need some break-in time, but once you do break them in, the Zoom Air feels much better. For me, just wearing these casually on the street, they were slightly stiff, though you definitely can feel that there is a large Zoom Air bag, especially underneath your forefoot. These 33s are also surprisingly lighter than they look, so that's also another bonus from the comfort standpoint. The materials do feel pretty basic, nothing premium about these, but again, this is purely from a lifestyle and casual lens, so I couldn't tell you whether or not these materials will hold up on the court. So with all that being said, now let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these guys look on feet. Throughout the past few weeks and the past months, I've grown to actually really like this silhouette. For some reason, I don't know, maybe it's the big tongue and this back heel that's really exaggerated, but to me at least, they sort of remind me in some way of the Nike Yeezy line. Either way though, I'm curious about what you guys think of these Air Jordan 33s in the utility black colorway. These ones are definitely more understated than the other colorways so far, and I know a lot of personal friends that are definitely looking forward to grabbing this pair to wear on the court. So before we end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Rose Gold and Black. So they are an Australian-based men's jewelry and accessory company, and they hooked me up with some dope gear, including this one right here that I'm wearing today. This one is called the Lava Stone Bead Bracelet, and you'll be able to cop this one or any of my other favorites in the link in the description box below. In fact, we'll be running a promotion together just in time for Black Friday, where you'll be able to get 40% off some of my favorite Rose Gold and Black products. So I personally have never been a huge fan of like bracelets or accessories or things like that. So when I got my shipment, I was a little bit skeptical, but to be completely transparent with you guys, the quality of these seems pretty decent. I'm definitely no expert on these things, but the look is quite subtle. But another thing is they do come in this really dope packaging. So it's RGB, which stands for, of course, Rose Gold and Black. It slides out like so. And then inside we have this leather pouch, which is where the bracelet was inside. And then there's also this little booklet that you open up and there's this card for authenticity. So definitely check them out. I'll add the link to their website down below. And as always, if you guys like this video, be sure to give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment below. And also check out my Instagram at sgo8, my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of the Air Jordan 33. Once again, they drop this coming November 29th. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one.